Hello YouTube and welcome to GrunfWorks. This is episode 40 of the Interplanetary Voyage of Exploration. And today is episode 40, so we're gonna do some cool stuff. Okay, first things first. We are kind of aligning our orbital station to point exactly normal. And now again I'm taking Phoenix, so I apologize, previous episode it wasn't Phoenix, it was Mr. Fister Kerman, and I'm just now doing some more cleanup tasks around the KSP because we already have lots of these panels and components already here, so we do not really need all of them. So, and besides, explosions are always fun, aren't they? So, just scrapping some parts in the hopes of improving our, well, basically reducing our part count and improving our frame rate. I have to just be very careful not to scrap something that I would actually need. Okay, I think that's good enough. So, small cleanups, well, you know, it's kind of necessary. Okay, thank you, Phoenix, for that. And I believe it's time that we go to the Space Center, and the project for today is something out of... actually, I'll first complete the bigger SSTO prototype. First, let's finish up on our actual constructions before we go and building something new. Okay, and we have no more active projects, so I thought let's accelerate a little bit time towards the DRES window because, yeah, just that we got a little bit closer and soon we start planning our burns and stuff. So, okay, we already in the VAB have mini DRES probes and all others, so this is what the DRES probe looks like, and it, as you can see, it has plenty of delta V and it's using infernal robotics. So we will be launching that one actually. Okay, throttle to max and launch. Yeah, it's pretty much standard launch except for the few explosions. And this is our Reflectron DP10, which basically just went bye-bye, which is a small remote tech antenna, but fortunately enough we have, I think, one more, so yeah, we should be fine. We're still remaining in connection, so yeah, doing our gravity turn a little bit, maybe optimistically, a little bit too optimistically. Yeah, well, just today I watched an episode of HMV Plays KSP, and he said, what's a launch without a rocket flip? I tend to agree. Every now and then a flip is necessary for the health of the rocket. Okay, let us just make sure that we prepare for the orbital insertion burn, or orbit circularization burn actually. So yes, 1300 roughly, not much. Let us just point in the right direction, ditch the fairings and extend our communitron that we ensure that we maintain in control. And I have made a couple of modifications to this base, which I'm kind of hoping that this time I will actually be able to recover. Well, a man can dream, right? Okay, coming up on our maneuver node, and let us burn in 10, 9, 8, 6, blah blah, and burn. Okay, the target is like 100 by 100, roughly. It's basically just my standard go-to for the launches, and I went a little bit overboard, so it's 130 by 100. So I figured, well, what the hell, might as well extend some solar panels to ensure that our charge doesn't get drawn. So yeah, adding a maneuver node. Okay, and I just want to make sure that I reduce my apoapsis when we are at periapsis. So burn a little bit retrograde at the periapsis, basically. Just flipping my rocket. Wow, that's a bad cloud cover over Kerbin. Okay, and 22 meters per second, a small correction, but an important one nonetheless. 45 seconds to the burn. I mean, we don't need to be pinpoint accurate, and we are 100 by 98. I think that's good enough. Infernal robotics, and let us deploy. And at this point it has been a while since I created this probe, so I'm kind of thinking, yeah, let's be fun and do everything manual. I should know better. I always put action group 1 for the antenna, section group 2 for the solar panels, but what can you do? And I actually like how this near future propulsion or near future solar panels look like. They're really cool. So right now, let us put the antennas, each of them talking to one of the communication satellites, just to make sure that we have a constant connection, more or less. Or at least that we are not impacted by Kerbin's occlusion of our satellites. Staging our drive, looks good. Screenshot. Okay, and for the first time I'm hoping to be able to recover this stage. So let us just slowly burn a little bit sideways, make sure that we miss our probe. Great, we did. And let's be really smart about it and arm our parachutes, because if you saw, guys, our remote tech antenna, I believe, blew up in the atmosphere. So what we really don't want to be doing is try and control without parachutes being armed. So yeah, okay, burning, and we have reduced enough our periapsis. We are definitely going down, and our parachutes are armed. So let's see if we can actually recover some of this, because I mean, there's been a lot of money put into this, so might as well recover some value of it. 47, 42, 35. Oh, and already we have deployed the parachutes. Wow. Interesting. Well, no matter. Important thing is they deployed, and we have no connection whatsoever to the KSE, so it's good that we pre-armed the parachutes. Slightly accelerating as our rocket plummets towards its watery, let's say, crib. Let's not say grave yet. And 30 meters, 20, 10, and nice landing and vessel recovered. Kudos. And this is, ladies and gentlemen, a secret project from the GrunfWorks for the episode 40. A lander that's using Nuke. So I figured, as the window is approaching for Duna, we have been sending probes far and wide. So I'm thinking, this was a secret project, is initiated by none other than Jebediah, saying that he is volunteering to go on a perilous mission of going to Duna without knowing a priori what it is, what it looks like, and he just wants to be the first Kerbal to set on a foot on the completely new and alien world. We have to commend him for that. It's definitely a hero material, and for all that we are just putting a lot of science, because not many Kerbals would actually dare going without any a priori information about this planet. The only information we have is from the actual orbital telescope itself. So right now I'm just kind of trying to construct a lander, which actually I have done in many of my previous playthroughs. You probably haven't seen it because I wasn't YouTubing them, but this design or a modification of it, it's something that I actually really like. It has decent thrust to weight, it has decent ISP, and also, yeah, it's pretty reliable. So it's powered by dual nukes, and yes, we have to take into account that Jeb might be stranded for quite a long while, so I'm actually tending to put more food than he actually needs. But then again, you know, Jeb, he needs his snacks, so yeah, let's just clamber on and let's say he has enough. Cool. Now let's put some dual stage chutes. I mean, this is the crew's launch, so we have to double up on everything. We cannot really afford to goof up. And especially since Jeb is flying, I mean, he's not more valuable than other Kerbals, but he is more famous, so he wants to be the first Kerbal to set foot and to be able to tell the tale of it. So, yes, let's see, what do we need? We need one more engine, but first let's connect these fuel lines together. And actually I don't like how sloppy they look, so let me just... Yeah, you have to really have an eye for detail. I mean, we're already creating an advanced lander, one of the, let's say, GrunfWorks secret projects, so might as well do it right. Okay. Antennas. What else do we need? Let's see. I'm thinking. Yeah, let's just see what the thrust weight do on Kerbin is. 0.54. On Duna it should be hopefully enough. Okay, now I'm constructing let's say legs base, and this is something you might find actually interesting because I'm using Infernal Robotics to do so. So the idea is to have 3 pylons, structural pylons, that will be extending from this, which will hopefully make a wide enough base for my landing legs. And this is kind of important because, as you can see, this lander is pretty tall. So I really do need a wide base to be able to land with it and not hopefully flip over. So that's kind of the reasoning behind it, because if I had just like 4 legs at the bottom, it would probably flip over. Okay, new group, let's call it legs base, and now on these I want to put this guy. See? This is kind of the way how I put legs, and then on top of that we are putting the landing struts. So 1, 2, and 1 and 2. Perfect. Okay. Now then, let's see. On Duna we have a thrust of weight of 1.55, which is more than we need. Great. And we have a total delta V of 5.6 thousand, which is admirable. Now we need to put some lights. Then what else do we need? I think we need some more solar panels, we need some batteries, and what else we need? Yeah, we need some solar panels. First, let's put them on the side, just for redundancy's sake, I mean. And then we want to put some ladders, obviously, because we want Jeb to be actually able to go down to the surface of Duna and back. I mean, we do not know what the gravity on Duna is, or how will it be performing against, or will the Jeb's jetpack be able to actually, will he be able to fly on Duna? That we do not know. So, setting up action groups, solar panels, 3, and let's see, mobility enhancer, let's see, now we need actually some batteries, I'm thinking of it, and these just don't look nice. I really hate how they look. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the stock ones. Yeah, this ones. And yeah, I can put them actually here. Just rotate a little bit between the... Yeah, and that should give him plenty of... I'm just still checking thrust to weight when it comes to Duna. Okay, and now I think we need the life support supplies container for the waste. We don't need big ones because we will be venting all of the poop in the space anyway, so we don't really have to care. So now we're adding the lifter to the stage, and lifter will be a little bit different because this is just too massive for actually putting it in the fairing, so we'll have to attach the lifter directly. Yes, so let's see. Let us put first a decoupler, which is here, and let us put the adapter interstage, which I think is a decoupler in itself, but then again I don't want to speculate, I have never used it. And let's put some orange tanks. So, something like this. Actually, this SAS unit hasn't proven to be the best choice for me, so I'm actually thinking of ditching the SAS unit, and yeah, let's put the mainsail. Yeah, let's do without the SAS unit. I'll just put this one which I attach. Yeah, KW rocketry is much more reliable, otherwise this SAS unit just gets destroyed, the stock one. Okay, we have RCS thrusters as well to be able to turn, so mark with lifter B. And I'm kind of thinking, okay, now we need some, looking for some more adapters if I find one. And I was just thinking, for the sake of it, see if I can fit it in the biggest fairing that I could muster, and of course not. Maybe I would need a 5-meter fairing for that one, but we are still way off from 5-meter technology, so yes. Hydraulic manifolds, I think we will need 4. I don't think we will be needing more than that. And I'm just putting 4 more orange tanks, which I will set up in the asparagus staging configuration. We can put some skippers there because they're more efficient, and we don't need that sick thrust to weight ratio anyway. So now just connecting the fuel lines. Okay, and then we need to connect the other set of fuel lines. I mean, it has been a while since I did last asparagus staging, so forgive me guys if I goof something up. But anyway, this is exciting secret project, and definitely going to a new planet. Interplanetary and crewed. I'm just hoping that I've put everything and that I don't kill Jeb, because that would be a sad day now, wouldn't it? Okay. $10,000 delta V, which is more than enough. Let's just put some parachutes on the bottom stages, because I saw it actually in one of the other YouTubers' Let's Plays, and I think it was a good idea because they immediately deploy. Now I have to fix the staging. Put the parachutes in the proper stage, so each of them gets activated with proper decoupling. So 1, 2, 3, 4, perfect. Now let's put the other two in this stage, great. And I think we're almost done. We just need to put some small stabilizers, not here, but here. Yes, thank you. Let's strut the whole thing together to make sure we don't get the noodle effect. Okay, and we need to strut these guys as well. I don't like the looks of it, but then again, what can you do? Launch clamps, yes please, and put them in at the bottom stage. And I think that's it, actually. Is there anything else that I need to be thinking about? I do not think so. Yes. Oh yeah. RCS tanks for the actual lander. Because, come to think of it, if we will be docking this guy to the station, we need to have some RCS thrusters on it as well, because otherwise it will be translating and dancing all over the place, which is something we definitely don't want it to do. So yes, putting some RCS up and down, and I'm kind of hoping that this will be fine. So let's simulate the vessel. And yeah, Jeb in the simulator, training for his mission. Let's see. So far looks so good. Our Kerbal engineer, I believe, is confused by the asparagus staging, but certainly our thrust to weight is, or our delta V is climbing up. Doing the decoupling, 2 thrusters down. Passing the apoapsis of 30,000 meters. $75, and yeah, almost. Let us just align the add a maneuver node to circularize our orbit. We have to simulate everything and make sure that we got everything right. Once we actually go on these missions, there are no rehearsals. And it's not just the probe here. This time it's an actual lander with Jeb, so yeah. Lights are working properly. Let's decouple. And we can definitely, I believe, try out the... I think we will have more than enough delta V to circularize. We might even be left with some delta V to actually burn towards Duna. And I'm definitely not gonna throw that away, because I think it will be great if we could use that amount of fuel, because we will need every ounce of fuel for the return back. So, and I'm also hoping to be able to land on Duna. Okay, testing the antenna, that works, and we are in orbit. Great. Oops. Something blew up, doesn't matter, and our nuclear engines work. Great. Well, guys, I would call this a successful test. And here is what I planned with the landing legs. See? That's the plan. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked the episode. If you like the episode, and more coming soon.